Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. I am super excited. Declan Rice to Arsenal is a done deal as confirmed by David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano, and Julian Timber is next. Havertz done, Rice done. I think it's time to say it's done as well. And Timber is 98% done. 3 signings within the first 3 weeks of the transfer window. What a start. That kind of shows us that we are now a serious team. I still feel like we've been a serious team for the last couple of years, obviously getting the likes of Jesus and Zinchenko from Man City, being able to splash 50 million for Ben White. Odegaard was a magnificent signing. Tomiyasu, apart from in the injuries, magnificent signing. Ramsdale proved people wrong. So we've been able to get some really, really exciting signings. Yes, there have been some bad signings, but this one's for this time exciting. It's been such a long time, like Arsenal fans being excited about his signing. Mesut Ozil was different level. Like when he signed for Arsenal, like all of us were screaming. Alexis Sanchez as well, I think he was good. And personally, I felt like Aubameyang was a really good signing because we had watched him banging in goals for Dortmund before. But this summer transfer window, I feel like we can get like 3 really, really exciting signings. And even the ones that are not exciting to many fans like Havertz, he can hit the ground running, and he's going to make us better than he's going to make us worse. So exciting to get all those deals done. And the moment we spent 65 million on Havertz, I knew that it's going to be good. Like we can spend 105 million on Declan Rice. Now we are able to spend a lot of money, as we were told by Kieran Maguire, talking about Arsenal's finances. So this was the breaking news on Declan Rice. Here we go. Deal in place between Arsenal and West Ham, and Ghana signed their top target, 105 million done. But what's the latest on Julian Timber? Is he going to be the next signing? Are we going to pull off another surprise signing? Well, it looks like Julian Timber is going to be the next one. According to Sammy Mockbell, Arsenal set to complete double soup for Declan Rice and Julian Timber. This was posted on Monday, so it was pretty accurate. Full agreement for Rice, 95% done. Let me correct that now, Sammy Mockbell. 100% done. Declan Rice is now an Arsenal player, just the medical, and it is finally done. Verbal deal in place for Timber, medicals booked and ready to go. Get the Arsenal doctors ready, man. We are sending several players to do their medicals this week. At the beginning of the week, we said we are expecting 4 deals to be completed this week. Saliba is now back in training. He's back at London Colney. We're expecting that new contract to be announced soon. We're expecting the same for Reece Nelson as well. And now that Declan Rice medical has been scheduled as well, and Timber too, this is going to be an exciting window. So G and Timber, we already agreed a 40 million deal with Ajax, 36 million, and then I think 4 million in add-ons, which is a good price for someone like a Julian Timber. He's going to add versatility into our team. He's going to add an option at the back to our team. We struggled last season after Saliba got injured. We struggled a lot having to play. Holding is, I'm not saying Holding is the one who cost us the Premier League title or anything. But in terms of you need the similar kind of player. If you're going to take out this one, you need someone else to come in. You don't want, like, if one player gets injured, you have to change the whole formation and to change the whole system. You don't want that to happen. So someone like a Timber, he can play several positions at the back. So if Ben White is not there, Timber is there. If Saliba is not there, Timber is there. If Gabriel is not there, Timber is there. If midfield-wise, though, you're missing a couple of players, Timber is there. So this is what you're told about G and Timber. Mikel Arteta wants to sign a tactically flexible hybrid defender capable of playing at centre-back, full-back, and potentially even in midfield if required. The idea is that the club would virtually be signing 2 players for the price of 1. Securing and cover and competition for William Saliba was among the topics at the top of Arsenal's agenda this summer. G and Timber ticks all those boxes. So, number one, all these players that you're signing this time around, yes, they're expensive, but I think they're worth it. People feel like 65 million is too much for Havertz. People feel like 105 million is too much for Declan Rice. The kind of market we are approaching right now, everyone will be that kind of price. Like if anyone ever wants an Arsenal player, especially West Ham, 200 million for Saka, maybe even more than that. Like all the players will now be very expensive. And I do get why. You're signing Declan Rice, someone who's very, very good, an international player, leader, Premier League experience. And Julian Timber, not only is he a good player who fits into our system, that's the first benefit. They fit into our system, both of them. They are comfortable in the ball, can make tackles, they can make interceptions. But number 2, durability. Like all the 3 players that you're signing, Havertz never gets injured. He's always there for Chelsea. Declan Rice, the same. He's always there for West Ham. I saw a West Ham fan the other day saying, like, it's going to be weird not having Declan Rice at London Stadium because we are always used to seeing him in our midfield. He's never missing a game, and the same applies to Julian Timber as well. Last season, he only, I think he played all the games or missed one of them in the league or something like that. So he's a player who's very, very durable, and adding players like this is going to help us. Last season, Saliba got injured. Tomiyasu got injured, Zinchenko got injured, Jesus got injured, Martinelli missed a few games as well, El Nino was injured for the entire campaign, Fabio Vieira was injured for half of the campaign. You get the point. A lot of our players were injured. Even Trossard was subbed off with an injury sometimes. Same with Saka against Nottingham Forest. Nelson missed part of the season with injury. That is something that Arsenal has always suffered with a lot, all throughout the years. Rosicki, Eduardo, and many, many others. Injuries always cost us. Now, it is also good to see that Arteta and Edu have done their homework, and they're also not only looking for players who are going to fit the system and versatile and all that, they're also looking for players who are durable, players who can play numerous games and help us. And then they're also providing competition. Now, if a player doesn't play well, like a Saliba, you can't just say, okay, I'm going to start next game like we've been doing. Like 3 years ago, even if Aubameyang plays badly, he had to play the next game because he didn't really have anyone else to play. If Lacazette played badly, we had to play him. If Ozil played badly, we had to play him. If Leno played badly, we had to play him. Like there's no one else we had on the bench. Now we are building a squad of players who can play several games and can compete for a single position. If Martinelli doesn't play well, he knows there's like 3 or 4 players behind him. Trossard, there's Smith Rowe can play there. Fabio Vieira can play there. Reece Nelson can play there. So he can never be comfortable in their position. Declan Rice hopefully add more midfielders. He'll know Jorginho is there, can bring the experience. He'll know other signings will be there as well. Now, same with Julian Timber and Saliba. If Saliba knows if he doesn't play well, Ben White can slot in at centre back, and Julian Timber can play in that position as well. Tomiyasu himself can play as centre back as well. So the kind of competition you're building in the team is going to be healthy. It's going to benefit us a lot, and we are able to rest our players. I said on the live stream about Declan Rice, Man City are able to play out of the first 40 games between August and March. Man City are able to play De Bruyne for 30 of them and rest him for 10. They're able to play Grealish for 25 and rest him for 15 games. By the time they get to April and May, all those players have rested well and they're fresh to go for the crucial part of the season. For us, with players like Saka and Martinelli, all of them are playing every single game with Ramsdale and all these players. By the time you get to March, them not being in a title race before, and them getting really tired, having to play every single game, and most of all, depending on them in almost every single game, it's tough. It's very, very tough. So we are now in a position where the first 3 games this season, when you play Nottingham Forest, we can start with Martinelli, Saka, Jesus. Second game, by halftime, you can take out Martinelli, bring on Trossard, or you can even start Trossard instead of Saka. Hopefully, another new signing there. We're in a position where by the time we get to December, out of the first 19 games of the season, the first half, Martinelli doesn't have to start all 19 of them. He can start like 13 of them, and the 6 of them is on the bench or playing a different position, or Trossard starting, Smith Rowe can start. That can only benefit us a lot. So Julian Timber is up next. Medical is already booked as well. Declan Rice medical is already booked as well. Things are good. Things are looking good for Arsenal. Absolutely exciting signing. Once again, exclusive on Declan Rice. Arsenal reached total agreement with the West Ham, and Julian Timber medicals have been booked as well. 2 signings expecting this week alongside Reece Nelson and also William Saliba to make it 4 signings this week. And who knows, we could hear about another new signing from nowhere. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.